What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be tying a simple little baitfish pattern here today. In our vise we have an Avrex SA280 in size 1/0, and our thread is going to be superfly Nanosilk in 100 denier. So we're going to go ahead and start our thread here. And now before I go any further, I'm going to lay just a little bit of super glue down. Now to make sure that this rides good in the water, I'm going to add a little bit of weight, but I don't want too much. But we want it to come into this bend just a little bit. Now this stuff's going to want to slip around on you. Just do your best to keep it on the bottom. Now just to make sure everything stays in place, I'm going to add just a little touch more super glue there. Alright, now I'm going to grab some, this is just some like rabbit dubbing, hare's ear dubbing, and I want to put a little clump back here. Now what this is going to do is it's going to help us splay out the feathers for our next part. And now the feathers I'm going to be using are ostrich Herl. And I don't want this to be too awful long, but I'm going to take a little loose wrap here, and then I'm going to kind of just make sure that they're all the way around. That looks good. We're going to come back over everything. And then I'm going to grab some black saddle hackle, and this is like a dun on one color and black on the other. And we're going to make it just a hair longer than the Herl. We're going to place these individually, one by one. Okay, now that we got all that on there, just kind of run it through our fingertips a little bit. Alright, that looks good, so we're going to grab some black Marabou here and tie it in. And then a little bit more on the bottom. I'm going to mark where I want it. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut the Marabou before tying it in. Perfect. Now the Marabou is going to help thicken it a little bit, give it a little motion, but it's also going to squeeze everything together. And right now it looks like a mess, but just trust the process. Okay, now we're going to grab this brush from Montana Fly Co. We're going to wrap this all the way up. You can make this as loose or tight as you want, doesn't matter. Alright, then I'm going to tie this off. I'm going to snip it out of there. I'm going to come in with my comb. I'm going to brush everything backwards. Or should I say forwards and then backwards. And that's just going to grab all the little loose and trapped fibers and pull them out. Okay, then we're going to grab some black superfine dubbing here, and you want to separate everything. You want to just keep running it through your fingers and separate it a little bit. Then we're going to tie this in on the top. Then we're going to grab some like gray, it's like really light gray color. We're going to put this one on the bottom. Make sure you got it nice and centered, and then I like to come up with my bobbin over the top and over the eye before sweeping everything back. Then we're just going to build a little head here. If you're happy with that, go ahead and whip finish. And then we are once again going to brush this. And using this little comb will help to get the excess out of there. And then you might have to take it out. Take it out of your vise and make sure you got everything centered and where you want it. At this point, we're just brushing everything back. Okay, then my next step, I'm going to grab a red Sharpie here. And I'm going to color all the way around. I've messed plenty of them up doing this, so just take your time. And then make a little ball. And it's optional, of course, but if you want to add a little bit more. Just like that. Then we're going to grab our eyes here and put those on. Then we're going to add some UV resin on here. And that's what it looks like before you dunk it in the water. So we're going to go ahead and give it a little bath here. This is the same, this is a different fly. I've already water set this one. So yeah, there it is. Catch you guys in the next one.